I'd like to invite everyone to think for a moment about domestic labor, cooking, cleaning, childcare. Who does the domestic labor in your home? Who did it in your home growing up? There's a major contradiction in the way we treat domestic work. Raising children, providing food, keeping households running. What could be more essential? But our treatment of this work and these workers does not reflect the value it produces. Historically, domestic work has been unpaid, considered women's work. Now, even when domestic work is paid, the workers are usually underpaid and overworked, invisible and isolated from the world outside the homes in which they live and labor. This contradiction is at the center of my thesis research, which explores the lives of women who migrated from Turkmenistan to Turkey and do paid domestic work in Istanbul. Specifically, I wanted to understand how the precarious nature of this work, which is physically and emotionally demanding, unregulated, intimate, embedded within the home and family of the employer, shapes these women's lives, experiences, identities, and relationships. The quotation on the right of my slide highlights one of my main findings. Even as undocumented migrant workers, women, and members of an ethnicized minority community, the labor itself forms the primary source of discrimination. But even though these women faced prejudice, abuse, and exploitation, this is not just a story about discrimination. It's a story about the ways in which my interlocutors navigate the demands of this labor and claim agency in their understandings of themselves as people, workers, community members, and very often as mothers themselves. And very often as mothers themselves. Specifically focusing on Turkmen women migrants fills a gap in the literature on the massive wave of migration out of Central Asia since the collapse of the Soviet Union. This migration wave has constituted tens of millions of people, but most literature focuses on men who migrate from Russia, from men who migrate to Russia. By focusing on women from Turkmenistan in Turkey and exploring the specific demands of this labor, my research attempts to fill this gap. Through this case, I hope to highlight the urgent need for all of us to explore and value the lives, emotions, affective condition, and struggles of the often invisible, racialized, and gendered people laboring in our homes and all around us. Thank you.